Dave Ramsey, Budget Bootcamp, The Budget Mom, Suze Orman, the F.I.R.E movement, jar budgeting, percentage-based budgeting, and many, many more. Having all of those things just coming at you when you're trying to figure out what works best for your family is incredibly overwhelming. I have researched pretty much all of them over the last several months, and I boiled down most of those programs to 10 simple money principles that you can easily follow when you're setting up your family budget. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Linin Up Ducks. If this is your first time with us, my name is Rachel. I spent the last 5 years of my sticks and bricks career as a budget analyst for a multi-million-dollar business. At Linin Up Ducks, we make videos about all things family budgeting and doing life different in a social media-driven world. So many people on various YouTube channels and blogs show you their personal budgets, and I am no different. I have shown you our numbers, and I will continue to show you our numbers, because when you're navigating the absolute maze of budgeting options that are out there and available to families, it really does help to see examples of what other people are doing. If you want to grow wealth and build a financially secure retirement and possibly early retirement, there are a few points that you absolutely have to stick to. Number one, across all of the programs, was no more debt. And I mean no more balances. Now, we are a completely no credit cards family. But a lot of these programs, you're still allowed to use credit cards, you just don't carry balances, so you don't have any debt. The number two principle in all of the most popular platforms, if you have debt, pay it off. Don't continue to pay interest, focus and pay off your debts. Definitely let me know in the comment box below if you want me to go into these different budgeting programs in detail. I have a couple of links in the description box below with links to the different budgeting programs and money movements that I researched. So you can do your own research if you would like to as well. The number three principle is to set goals. Dream big, dream in color, and dream often. This is where Scott and I lost our way. We were so bogged down in our 20s trying to attain the degrees and all of those things that you need to be financially secure, and then working on building our family, that we just quit dreaming. And yes, and from our 20s and 30s, our dreams changed, and yours will too. But if you quit dreaming, you have nothing to work towards. And then when it came to our late 30s and we realized, retirement might be a thing that we want to think about, we wished really hard that we had started dreaming a whole lot earlier. Don't just dream though. Dreams do absolutely nothing if you don't have a plan to get there. Right along with setting goals and dreaming big is number 4, and that is that you have to write down your goals. And not just write down your goals, you have to write them down and create a plan to get there. Do you need more income coming into your home? Do you need to lower your expenses? Do you need to move so you're not so house poor? That was one of the ones that we had to do. Create a vision board, create a debt payoff wall, create a savings wall like we have. We have a finance wall in our house that keeps us motivated. All different types of charts, how we track what we're doing, and keeping us motivated and pushing towards our dreams. Number 5 is to get an accountability partner. I'm married, so I have a built-in accountability partner, but if you're not married, get one of your most trusted friends that has good money habits, not your friend that is out there spending money more faster than she makes it. You need a good, reliable friend that has good money habits and is going to help you keep and stay on track. Having an accountability partner that's going to look at you when you go, I really, really, really want that $200 pair of shoes. They're going to go, no, you don't need a $200 pair of shoes. What's the next step in your financial plan? You need someone that can hold up a mirror to you and stop you when you need it most. It's not going to be pretty. It may cause some fights, but growing up is hard. Ask my kids. And that leads us to number 6. Grow up. Yes, I said it. I needed to hear that when I was 35. Grow up. Stop falling into the comparison trap. I spent so much of my life so incredibly insecure that I cared too much about what other people thought, about what I was doing. And that's just because I was immature in my own self. Quit caring what other people think. Stop comparing yourself to others. Put your big girl panties on and tell yourself no, so you can get where you want to go. Number 7 that is the same across all of these budgeting programs is to work whatever program you choose with intensity. And when I say intensity, with singular focus. Work hard, work fast, and work long. Work harder than you ever have in your entire life and make adjustments where you need to. Okay, number 8, and this maybe not so much in Dave Ramsey, but in several of the other budgeting programs, is to celebrate your successes, no matter how small they are. You don't have to spend money to celebrate your success, but celebrate them just the same. You paid off a credit card? Fantastic. Go get you your favorite bottle of wine, as long as it doesn't cost $300. Go out to dinner with your spouse. A budget dinner, but go out to dinner with your spouse. Take your family for ice cream if you have kids, but celebrate your small successes. Those small celebrations keep you moving forward and keep you from feeling so deprived on what could be a really long marathon and not a sprint. Number 9 is to know what works for you. All of these different budget programs say that their way is the highway. But honestly, the thing that I got out of all of them was that was what worked for them. So they did what works for them. Dave Ramsey, cash only, cash is king, don't do anything else. Jordan Paige from Budget Bootcamp, she travel hacks with credit card points. That didn't work for me. I have no self-control. My husband and I stick to a cash budget because that's what works for us. Some people do much better tracking their spending on a digital app. Figure out what works best for you and run with it. The last thing that was the same across all of the budgeting experts, if you're overspending in your budget, you've got to stop it right now. Don't spend more than you make. In every expert's financial course, don't spend more than you make. In a nutshell, it all comes down to this. Inventory yourself, inventory your life, identify changes that need to be made, and make them. You actually have to make the changes. It's all about intentionality. Is something you did today going to move you forward towards your financial goals? I know it is an absolute minefield to navigate trying to figure out how to do budgeting with so many people's expert advice. Because I am you. I still research everything. But you know what? We're going to do this together. I'm going to be right here with you, doing the research for you. It is an incredible blessing to have y'all in my lives and in our home every single week. And if I get to share my research with you, that just lets me nerd out once or twice a week with all of my favorite people. Thank you so much for joining me on this financial journey that we call life. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.